Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness could include dozens of insane Marvel cameos, and since so much of this film's imagery seems connected to the animated What If the star of that series, Captain Carter, shows up in this film? The prospect of Hayley Atwell going full Hemsworth for a Multiverse of Madness cameo just got an ooh-ah-to-ooh wink when Marvel recently placed all the Marvel one-shot short films on the primary MCU page on Disney+, including the one starring Agent Carter. Agent Carter! I broke down the Agent Coulson short films of this series, but now we gotta revisit this Agent Carter short, because however connected it is to the main MCU timeline and the 2-season Agent Carter series on ABC, this all gives us some new insight into how a live-action Captain Carter could be launched into the MCU. So let's break it down. Okay, this Agent Carter one-shot was released as a bonus feature on the Iron Man 3 Blu-ray in 2013, and at the time was seen as a sort of proof of concept to give Agent Carter her own series, season 1 dropping in 2015, followed by season 2 in 2016. But this short opens by revisiting Peggy's final moments with Steve Rogers in 1945 during the events of Captain America: The First Avenger.
Give me your coordinates, I'll find you a safe landing site.
There's not gonna be a safe landing, but I can try and force it down.
I'll get Howard on the line, he'll know what to do.
Peggy, this is my choice.
But this sequence has actually been re-edited. Now we hear Steve's line over the radio from Peggy's perspective, whereas before the camera cut to him to say the line. They also changed all the music and removed a lot of line.
You're gonna need a rain check on that dance.
A week next Saturday at the Stork Club.
You got it.
8 o'clock on the dot, don't you dare be late.
You know, I still don't know how to dance.
I'll show you how. Just be there.
We'll have the band play something slow. I'd hate to step on your...
Steve?
Instead, his final words are really just her name before he cuts to radio silence.
Peggy.
Steve? Steve?
So before, all these moments are really playing out from Steve's perspective. Now, as this replays in Peggy's memory, it's less about the whole dance conversation and more about how her time with Steve was cut short. Now, I know we are in one galaxy right now, but I gotta ask you if you want to go to another one. Do you yearn to boldly go where no one has gone before? From your phone? Well, Star Trek Fleet Command is a free-to-play mobile open-world strategic MMO available on iOS and Android. Customize your fleet and crew to dominate the galaxy in this award-winning Star Trek game. Experience the entire Star Trek universe with all your favorite franchises. Recruit iconic characters from the Next Generation, the original series, the J.J. Abrams films, Discovery, and more, including Kirk, Picard, and Data. Build powerful ships like the USS Enterprise and Klingon Bird of Prey. There's a lot to do in the game. Forge alliances, conquer territories, and explore new worlds on intergalactic missions. I'm currently working to defeat the Borg and keep us from all getting assimilated. You're welcome. I really like that you can unlock and play with some of the all-time great Star Trek characters like Scotty and Spock. If you think I'm not gunning to get Worf, you must not have any Klingon blood in you. If you reach level 5 today, you can unlock Origins Burnham. Reach level 10 by February 10th, and you can get the shards to tier up your Origins Burnham to rank 2. So download and play Star Trek Fleet Command today from the link in this video's description. Live long and prosper. So we jump ahead 1 year later to 1946 when Agent Carter works for the SSR, Strategic Scientific Reserve, the agency that they all worked for in the first Cap film before S.H.I.E.L.D. She works under Agent Flynn, Bradley Whitford, who actually came back to voice Colonel Flynn in the first episode of What If.
Every last drop of that Dr. Erskine serum went into you. And if we get lucky, someday your blood might tell us how to make a real super soldier.
And you'll notice in animation, the character was given grayer hair, presumably to match Whitford's current look compared to his hair color in the one-shot. Why would they change it for a scene that technically takes place years before this live-action one-shot? Unless Marvel has plans to introduce Whitford's character in live action, along with a live-action version of Peggy from this era. That What If scene showed Flynn taking her blood samples, and in the final shot of the season, Peggy found who we think is Steve in the modern era in the Hydra Stomper armor, so there may be some dark live-action plot in the works in another universe in which Flynn plays a Thaddeus Ross-type role in corrupting Steve into a brainwashed super soldier. And I bring this up because the What If producers even said they planned a subplot where Steve Rogers became Captain Hydra. Anyway, here, Flynn gets this intel call.
Zodiac is on the move, crossing the Whitestone Bridge in a green sedan. This enemy is considered armed and extremely dangerous.
That's actually the voice of Iron Man 3 director Shane Black there. And yes, it's a 2-agent mission, but Flynn sends 3 guys, all of them fail. Compare that to the 3 to 5-man mission that Peggy receives later that she completes alone. In her drawer, Peggy keeps a photo of skinny Steve. Steve later finds this same photo framed on Peggy's desk in Camp Lehigh in Endgame. And yes, Peggy takes the mission call.
We have a locked position on Zodiac. 40.6518 degrees north, 73.90522 degrees west.
Actually, when you plug in these coordinates, it takes you to an address in Brooklyn on Rogers Avenue. As Peggy beats up the thugs, music plays inside. This song is actually called Deep in the Night by singer-songwriter Lori Linner, composed as a Mr. Sandman type jingle. Linner's songs are actually featured in the Agent Carter series. Peggy restrains the guy.
I need you to scream for help.
Yeah, I love how this is essentially Peggy's version of Get Help, the trick Thor and Loki use in Ragnarok.
Get help! Please! My brother's dying! Get help! Help him!
Party Thor being a guardian of the multiverse, Captain Carter later teams up with in What If. And then after she takes down the thugs, she finds the mysterious Zodiac serum. Its blue color suggests it could have maybe been a super soldier serum offshoot, but this serum actually does come back in a Captain America the Winter Soldier prelude comic stolen by a terrorist named Baker who wanted to unleash it in Chicago's Willis Tower before Cap, Natasha, and Rumlow's Strike Team stop him. So presumably it was a kind of chemical weapon. That's why the thugs outside tell Peggy that there was a kind of gas leak. Then Peggy gets a dressing down from Flynn.
There are protocols in place. No one is above protocols, not even Captain America's old flame.
How dare you?
You were grieving, so they kept you on so that you would feel useful. I call it pity.
But then Flynn gets a call from Howard Stark, the younger version played by Dominic Cooper.
I'd say that last night was more a notch in her belt than a feather in her cap.
Yes, sir. What are your orders?
Phillips and I want her to come to Washington.
Say again?
Tell her she'll be running S.H.I.E.L.D. with me.
And yes, Howard is wearing the same bathrobe that Tony Stark shows up wearing in Iron Man 2. A post-credit scene actually shows Howard sitting alongside Dum Dum Dugan from the first Cap film, member of the Howling Commandos, both of them ogling women wearing this new French fashion item called a bikini. So I guess whether they're Flynn or the good guys, boys will be boys. Ugh. So when the Agent Carter series was first developed, its producers, which actually included Endgame writers Marcus and McFeely, intended it to take place before the one-shot, Peggy's SSR days leading up to her time with S.H.I.E.L.D. But episode 1 of Agent Carter flashes back to that window kick in the one-shot, and as the series progresses, the timeline really just gets muddy. Like season 2 takes place in 1947, which is after when the one-shot takes place. But now that What If brought back both Hayley Atwell's voice and Bradley Whitford's voice in their roles, I don't think it's a stretch to say that, just like the alternate universe where Peggy Carter becomes Captain Carter, this one-shot could be yet another alternate universe in the overall origin story of Captain Carter, future head of the Captain Britain Corps of the multiverse. James Darcy as Edwin Jarvis remains the one character who originated in either Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agent Carter, in this case Agent Carter, to appear in the MCU films. He showed up in Endgame. And really, when it comes to what makes something canon, whatever past references made or the intent of past creators is not as important as how excited the creative heads currently in control of the universe feel about a character. And Peggy Carter is definitely a character Marvel Studios has a soft spot for. Not only did Captain Carter lead off What If, show producers have confirmed she will return as a focal character in future seasons. Brian Andrews and AC Bradley pushed for Atwell to return as a live-action Captain Carter in the suit. Marvel exec Brad Winderbaum even said, referring to Captain Carter's future, quote, "I think you can tell that in this next saga, the multiverse is gonna be crucial." So again, if the matching visuals between Multiverse of Madness and the What If animation are intentional, and if that Dark Strange variant in the Multiverse of Madness trailer is actually a live-action Strange Supreme from those episodes, I highly suspect we are also gonna see a live-action Captain Carter in this multiverse crisis, because she is a Cap from another universe with experience fighting on multiversal fronts. Whether it's squid monsters, look out Gargantos, or even bigger bads, look out Galactus! You can check out all of our great merch options at newrockstarsmerch.com, and if you live in the Chicago area, you have got to come see New Rockstars live on February 11th, 8 p.m. Talia Hall. Ticket link in the description. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars. Subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching, Watcher.